Surah An-Nasr gives a very special good news in Islamic history, the conquest of Mecca and the clear victory of Islam. Mecca was the place where Islam was born, the center of the strongest resistance, and the city that Muslims missed for many years. The conquest of this city was not only gaining a place, it meant the clear victory of Tawheed, belief in one God, over shirk, associating partners with God. Surah An-Nasr first speaks about the conquest that came with Allah's help. Then it tells that people would enter Islam in waves. This shows us that with the conquest of Mecca, barriers would be removed, hearts would open, and people would turn to Islam without fear. After the conquest, many tribes in the Arabian Peninsula entered Islam together. But the surah does not end with joy, pride, or showing power. Instead, it gives this command: glorify your Lord with praise and ask him for forgiveness. The greatest moment of victory is the time when a servant should be most humble. Victory is not the end of a test, it is the beginning of a harder test. Glorifying Allah breaks pride. It removes the feeling of, I did this. It takes the victory from the human and gives it to Allah. So the servant declares, this success is not because of my intelligence, power, or plans. Allah is perfect and free from nuqs. Help comes only from Him. Praise, hamd, is not just saying thanks. It is knowing who the real owner of the blessing is. A person who praises understands, this result was a gift, not something I deserved. This awareness protects from arrogance and keeps power within moral limits. Why is forgiveness asked during victory? Because at the moment of victory, intentions can change, hidden pride can enter the heart, and the feeling of I was right can cover mercy. Asking forgiveness means, my Lord, if I went too far without knowing, or if a wrong feeling entered my heart, forgive me. So seeking forgiveness is the moral protection of victory, cleanse the heart, and prevents power from turning into oppression. According to Surah An-Nasr, no arrogance, no showing off power. Instead there is humility, gratitude, self-reflection. That is why when Mecca was conquered, heads were lowered, hearts were soft, and tongues were full of seeking forgiveness. The Qur'an teaches us this: the real victory is not defeating an enemy, but staying strong without corrupting the heart. Surah An-Nasr does not only teach victory, it teaches how to remain a true servant during victory.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفره إنه كان توابا.
Surah An-Nasr teaches us this: success becomes most dangerous at the moment it becomes visible. Today, victory can appear as rising in a job, being proven right, gaining financial power, finishing a struggle. At this point, the Qur'an says stop and asks, do you still remember who success belongs to? When success makes you feel like it belongs to you, tasbih comes into action. Declaring Allah perfect stops the ego. When you think what you gained is a deserved superiority, hamd comes into action. It reminds you who the real owner of the blessing is. When you start becoming hurtful, even while being right, istighfar comes into action. It cleans the heart and protects power from turning into oppression. Today, Surah An-Nasr tells us this: stay gentle when you are strong. Do not lose mercy when you are right. Do not make yourself bigger while winning, because according to the Qur'an, real success is not rising, but not becoming corrupted while rising.